Tonight we report on why county commissioners feel a surcharge at the Gorge Amphitheatre is unnecessary, and we take a look at the local culinary arts program. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Central holds off Western on the hardwood at Nicholson Pavilion, and Aaron Rodgers limps into CenturyLink Field. Let's take a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Here in the Weather Department, looking at a couple of chances of precipitation through Sunday, beginning as freezing precipitation, but mainly rain. I'll have all the details coming on up.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on I-Fiber-One News.
From the I-Fiber-One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is I-Fiber-One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is I-Fiber-One News, and it starts now.
The Grant County Commissioners are calling a $1 ticket surcharge at the Gorge Amphitheatre unnecessary. Commissioners Richard Stevens, Carol Ann Swartz, and Cindy Carter sent an email to the proponents of a state bill which would require the surcharge for amphitheaters in rural areas for fire and hospital districts. Representative Matt Manueller, a Republican from Ellensburg, began working on a House bill in the spring after reports that the concert goers at the amphitheater cost the hospital district roughly $400,000 in 2013 in unpaid medical bills and additional staff needed during the concerts. The commissioners stated that local efforts to solve the issues are working and continue to improve conditions for concert attendees. They are questioning the need for a state mandate to solve a local problem. They said the financial issues plaguing the hospitals seem to be improving as a result of their accounting department sending out bills in a timelier manner. A family near Soap Lake is showing off their support for the Seattle Seahawks in a unique way. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
The McMillan kids are trick riding for the Seattle Seahawks. It's to show their support for the Hawks, who take on the Green Bay Packers in Seattle for the NFC Championship. Lynette and Mark McMillan and their 9 McMillan kids will be watching the game Sunday at their horse ranch east of Soap Lake. Why do they love the Seahawks?
Well, if we live in Washington, we all have to be Seahawks fans. Go Seahawks!
Who's her favorite Seahawks player?
Russell Wilson, because he's pretty amazing. 12th man, baby!
11-year-old Davey McMillan is cautiously optimistic.
It's kind of a yes and no because the Green Bay Packers are pretty good. Go Seahawks! I'm pretty sure they're going to, but you never know. Marshawn Lynch is a beast!
Who's his favorite Seahawk?
Marshawn Lynch. He likes Skittles. And he's a beast.
Man.
Boom. Go Seahawks!
Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, Richard Sherman,
Cam Chancellor.
I'm Jeff Chu for I-Fiber-One News.
go Seahawks!
Moses Lake is offering Grant County a solution to connect the fairgrounds to the city's sewer system. The City Council approved a resolution offering the county $5 million if the fairgrounds are annexed and the city decided to prohibit animals at the fairgrounds. The State Department of Health requires the county to either connect to the city's sewer system or build a lagoon downhill from the rodeo arena. The Grant County Commissioners previously raised concerns if the fairgrounds is annexed, the city might not allow livestock. Councilmember Bill Ekert suggested passing a resolution to make it easier for the commissioners to connect to the city sewer and have the city annex the land. The city prohibits livestock in residences or businesses, but it doesn't have the same prohibitions in areas zoned public, such as City Hall or parks. The Moses Lake School Board is inviting parents and community members to their next community forum on January 22nd. The Eastern Washington Regional Coordinator for the School Facilities Department at the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction, Gary Miller, is the featured guest speaker. He is sharing information and answering questions about school construction and the Construction Assistance Program. The Moses Lake School District is currently running a $98 million bond on the February 10th ballot. The forum runs from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the Moses Lake School District Boardroom, located at 940 East Yonezawa Boulevard. More information is available at the district's website or by calling the district offices at 509-766-2650. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
Short break. We'll be right back.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
There's something new and exciting happening right now at your nearest Toyota dealer. It's the arrival of the all-new 2014 Corolla, now featuring a new stylish exterior, plus a premium interior loaded with technology, including Toyota's N-Tune multimedia system with navigation. Corolla has definitely evolved. The best part is, right now you could take advantage of special introductory savings. The new 2014 Corolla, available at any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Don Morella with you here on iFiber Channel 1 News weather on this Thursday evening. Hopefully you had a great day. Your forecast brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Very interesting weather the next 72 hours. Two possibilities of some precipitation. One overnight tonight, ending tomorrow afternoon. Another one Saturday afternoon, evening starting and ending Sunday. Second one is stronger than the first one, but both pretty similar precipitation sort of patterns. Mountain troubles with traveling above 1,500 feet, very definite, specifically the northern half of the Cascades. But even here in the basin, towards Moses Lake, western areas, starting with a little bit of frozen precipitation before changing to some rain. 32 the morning low, 35 the afternoon high. We have had a few spits of very light precipitation in and around the area, but generally southwest of the area. And we're looking at Moses Lake that had a little bit of freezing drizzle at times and freezing fog, but looking at temperature 36 and 32, the extremes today. Currently mid-30s, we'll cool it down to near freezing, and as precipitation overtakes the area, we'll briefly begin with frozen type precipitation. Very light, freezing drizzle, freezing rain, some snow. But again, after 1, 2, 3 in the morning, it should change to rain. But if you're out and about before midnight, it could be rather slick in a few spots, particularly if you're heading into the higher elevations. So taking a look overnight tonight, again, a mixed bag moving on in. Overnight, becoming mainly rain in the basin, ending during the afternoon. Look at this. We clear it out just a bit. And then we clear it out into Saturday morning before clouds rapidly coming on back in. Saturday afternoon, evening, precipitation breaking out again. Beginning precipitation frozen, but then again, overtaking the area will be the milder temperatures with rain as the warm front moves through. Then this cold front whips on through on Sunday to clear us out, and really much of the week next week doesn't look too bad. West of the Cascades, by afternoon again, we're looking for some sun, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Inland Northwest, upper 30s, if not the mid 40s down there by Tri-Cities. Here in the basin, you can see that we are breaking out into some sunshine after some morning rain. Again, we're looking for the overnight temperature to get above freezing by 1, 2, 3 in the morning, so things shouldn't be too bad during the morning drive, maybe some dense fog, but things are going to be rather unsettled right through the weekend, as you can see here. Again, afternoon sun with the rain ending as showers by midday. More precipitation Saturday, maybe beginning as frozen. So again, maybe some slick spots here and there, but then thereafter, breaking out into some very nice weather. Look at this, mid-40s into our Martin Luther King holiday day. But then we get back into this, what we have been seeing, the morning fog, freezing fog situation. I have lots of sun here, but the morning hours, maybe not as thick as fog as we have been seeing, but still the potential is there for mid to late week next week. Well, be safe overnight tonight traveling around. Keep it here because sports is coming up next.
What better way to start the new year than in a new Toyota? We're making it easier than ever with 3 ways to save. Your choice of financing as low as 0%, up to $2,500 in customer cash back, or low payment leases on your favorite Toyota model, like RAV4, now just $199 per month. Just pick your favorite Toyota, the best savings options for you, and drive away. It's that easy, so start your year right. For full details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
When you find out about the DQ $5 lunch, all this food for only $5, you gotta tell people about it. So I situated nice. Frosty drink next to this juicy grilled burger and fries. Get my sundae, boom. I just dropped a $5 lunchogram on all my friends. Get ready for a little $5 envy.
Michael, we like your style. The $5 lunch, entree, fries, drink, plus a sundae. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
The Lady Vikings host Treasure Valley for an NWAC East Region showdown Saturday. Reporter Sean Wells was able to catch up with Big Ben's multi-sport athlete, Brooke Bowers, prior to the contest.
Brooke Bowers is a freshman post player from Burley, Idaho. She's a two-sport star for Big Ben, playing both volleyball and basketball. She says playing multiple sports takes a lot of work.
It's hard. When I first started it, that was part of the reason why I didn't play basketball last year, is because I didn't think I could do 2 sports. Thought it was going to be hard, and it is. It's hard. It's hard to balance schoolwork and both practices, coming in the morning and going to volleyball practice after school. It was hard.
Brooke loves her team's mix of strong post play and quick guards.
I think our team's best attribute is probably shooting. We have a lot of really good shooters, but also we have a lot of good posts. I think our posts are really strong underneath, and that we can be really good and get a lot of rebounds. It's mainly what we're down there to do. So
Brooke thinks her team can win the NWAC championship if they stay together.
I think we can. I think we can if we just play as a team and come together as a team. That's a big part of it. We have to play together.
For Fiber One News, Sean Wells.
You can catch the game with Treasure Valley at 2 on Channel 1. I'll be along Sean, who will be calling the live action. Dom Williams drained a 3-ball in the waning seconds, and Central Washington knocked off Western 74-71. Williams was as cool as a cucumber on the game's winning shot, despite missing his first 6 attempts from 3-point range. The redshirt senior from Curtis High School in Tacoma was one of 3 Wildcats in double figures with 13 points. Joseph Stroud led the team with 20. Joey Ropo added 17. Central erased a 45-34 halftime deficit with a 40-26 second-half run to win it. The Wildcats moved to 9-4 in GNAC play with the win. Central hosts Simon Fraser Friday. The Packers are returning to Seattle Sunday for the first time since a 36-16 loss in the season opener. The Cheeseheads quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, didn't throw in All-Pro cornerback Richard Sherman's direction the entire contest. Packer coach Mike McCarthy has said that wasn't by design. When asked Wednesday if that would happen again, Rodgers says that he plans to throw to open teammate as usual. Rodgers was limited in practice on Wednesday with a left calf injury. He looked pretty gimpy in the game against Dallas, so here's hoping the Hawks will be able to take advantage of the less than healthy All-Pro quarterback. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Bud Clary Ford Honda is proud to be an automotive leader in our area. Since opening our doors over 54 years ago, we have kept a firm commitment to our customers. We offer a wide selection of vehicles and hope to make the car buying experience as quick and hassle-free as possible. You can trust that we will get you into the car or truck of your dreams. Bud Cleary has an experienced and reliable service and parts department that is open extra hours to help fit our customers' hectic schedules. Come for a test drive today at 1200 South Pioneer Way. We are a proud supporter of Columbia Basin Athletics.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Coto. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Coto Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or or Farm and Ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the Culinary Arts program at the Columbia Basin Tech Center and how it's benefiting students from across Grant County. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
A walk into the heart of the Columbia Basin Technical Skills Center brings new meaning to the term, what's cooking? Students from across Grant County, including Ephrata, Mattawa, Heartline, and Moses Lake, and even as far away as Othello, take time from their regular class schedules to be in the school's Culinary Arts program. The program was the brainchild of instructor Susan Moberg, who spent more than 20 years building the popular program at Moses Lake High School. Moberg says one of the many perks of her job is watching how the students evolve from when they first put on an apron.
It's really incredible to watch where they find the place that they feel most comfortable. We have people that they love working with the public in front of the house and serving in that piece, the restaurant management part. We also have those that like to be back on the line. They want to be cooking and creating. A good example would be last week when I brought out all the rules for culinary competition, which is happening in February. And they looked at it with this deer in the headlights, looked like we can never do this. And within about, I guess we've done it 6 days, we've been practicing for 6 days. They can see now that they are going to be able to do it and they'll be able to finish and do a good job. So they started last week practicing their knife skills, and they have their chicken and all their components. So that's a really good example of watching how they go from thinking they can't do it and seeing that they can.
Assistant Stephen Armstrong spent nearly 30 years working as a chef across America and Europe, and said students learn things which will help them in and out of the kitchen.
These kids, we started them out from day one. Some of them have never held a knife properly before, so we taught knife how to chop, how to cut, and you saw teaching the girl how to sharpen knives, which we just brought up because as those knives get used, you know, they definitely need sharpened. But to see these students, when they see something and they see how these things work together, how it clicks, and when they click, they realize, oh, I can do that. My job is to give them the skills. When they have that skill and they can pull it off, then I know I've done my job. Just telling them how to do it isn't doing my job. Seeing them do it, that's when it works.
Junior Jennifer Escovedo said she jumped at the chance to be part of the program and believes she's learning what she needs for a career she's passionate about.
I've always liked being in the kitchen, and I tried getting into the culinary program at the high school, but it would always get filled up really fast. So when I heard about the culinary program here, I went right away, got my application, filled it out, got it signed, and turned it in. I want to have my own cafe or work at a cafe and be like manager or something, but I like little pastries and coffee and stuff. So.
In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFiber 1 News.
And we'll be right back after this.
Are your kids rough on your furniture? Things looking a little run down? Then come to More Furniture in Ephrata and we can help get things back in order. We have all the top name brands made with strong quality support, including Sealy Posturepedic mattresses, because whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. The next time your furniture is in need of some replacing, stop into More Furniture in Ephrata, locally owned and trusted for over 100 years.
Attention business owners. The deadline is fast approaching to advertise in the 2015 edition of the Moses Lake Local Book. Don't be the only business left out. In print or online, it's the best way to reach your customer when they're ready to buy. Call today to place your ad by calling 877-738-9829 or by visiting us online at www.statewideyp.com. The Moses Lake Local Book Telephone Directory. Simply the best advertising.
Welcome back. Representative Dan Newhouse represents the U.S. 4th District as the new Vice Chairman of the Energy Subcommittee for the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology. Newhouse is serving his first term in the U.S. House of Representatives, representing Central Washington. The new congressman met with Pacific Northwest National Laboratory Director Michael Clues and discussed energy research. Newhouse's subcommittee oversees federal research and development programs and labs within the U.S. Department of Energy. The programs involve research into nuclear, solar, alternative fuels, and nuclear waste management. Grant County Fire District 3 is looking for volunteers to join the department. Volunteers are required to be trained as a firefighter 1, basic first aid, and wildland firefighting before going out on calls. Once the training is complete, volunteers are required to respond to a minimum of 10% of the calls at their home station and attend 2 hours of drills each month. According to Michelle Talley, the district's firefighter and recruitment and retention coordinator, training is the most important thing firefighters can do. Volunteers receive a per diem for each shift they work and are further compensated based on a points for calls system at the end of the year. Grant County Fire District 3 provides fire and life-saving services to about 16,000 people in the communities of Quincy, Winchester, Low Gap, George, Sunland Estates, Trinidad, and Crescent Bar. Anyone interested in volunteering can contact Tally at 509-787-2713. In Northwest news, the girl suffered severe brain damage nearly 15 years ago after being shaken by her biological father. Her mom says she died this week from complications stemming from that abuse. KOMO's Steve McCarran spoke to Bailey's mother about her daughter's final moments and her pursuit for justice.
This was Bailey at a week old.
Little Bailey Rose came into the world on October 28, 1999. It was the happiest day of Shannon Stiles' life.
19, very unknown of what was going to happen in the future.
3 months later, everything changed. Bailey was rushed to the hospital unconscious. Doctors determined she suffered severe head trauma and quickly suspected child abuse. Bailey's biological father, who was Shannon's boyfriend at the time, was arrested, leaving her on her own.
I was 19 years old. I had to grow up then. I had to be a mom of a disabled child. She ate through a feeding tube into her stomach. She never rolled over. She never sat up on her own.
Bailey's father eventually pleaded guilty to second-degree child assault and served about 2 years of his 46-month sentence. Bailey underwent nearly 20 surgeries and would spend the next 15 years not being able to walk, to talk, or do anything on her own. Late last month, her health started to decline rapidly. This past weekend, Shannon made the difficult decision to pull her off life support.
They let me climb in bed with her, and I just wrapped myself around her, held her hand, wrapped my knees around her knees, and let her take her last breaths. And then I laid in bed with her for an hour until after she passed.
Shannon blames Bailey's father for her daughter's death.
I'm hoping he has to pay for taking my daughter's life away.
She has nightmares about Bailey's final moments. Right now, it's tough for Shannon to be inside her Tacoma home without her angel. She realizes this is where Bailey was at peace. This is where she was happy.
I hope people remember her love of music, her love of family, her smile, her happiness.
There's a missing pet in Washington, but this isn't your typical case. Authorities are searching for a wallaby that has been missing since Friday. Her name is Bella. She was being transported to a kangaroo farm in Arlington when she got spooked and took off. KCPQ's John Hopperstad has the story.
People that once they get one, they say, oh, I didn't realize how nice they were and fun. You know?
People come from miles away to see this collection of friendly kangaroos and wallabies in Arlington.
His name is Boomer. He's a friendly boy, too.
Boomer is one of the latest additions up from a petting zoo in Maple Valley to be housed here for a few months. 6-year-old Bella also made the trip to Arlington, but never made it into this pen.
When we were moving her, she got spooked and she jumped.
A spooked Bella hopped through the woods and managed to make it across a busy Highway 530.
She didn't get hit. She tumbled. And then she went in, like I said, straight down.
Straight down a steep embankment to the Stillaguamish River. Last seen heading down the riverbank towards town and this playground, she would certainly stand out, but so far no one has spotted her. Have you, by chance, seen a missing wallaby?
No, I have not seen a missing wallaby. If I find it, I'll put it in the back of my car and bring it back. I'm not afraid of a wallaby by any means.
Bella is used to people. Ray Strom says the concern now is predators, coyotes, bear, and cougars.
There's plenty of foliage out there, and there's water. That part, it's just the predators and the stress.
So the farm workers continue to search for her, hoping at some point to have good news for the wallaby's owner, who named her petting zoo after Bella.
Oh, she's very upset. You know, this was her baby.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.